Merry meet Sagittarius. Sagittarius sun sign, rising sign, and or moon sign. This is a 2-week reading for all Sagittarius starting today, the 26th of January, 2024. This is Ariel, and I am reading with this beautiful Metanoia Tarot. It's a Marseille deck, a new Marseille deck. This particular deck is out of print, but there's a mini version of it available, and I put a link in the video description to purchase that if you would like to. I've already purified with this Verbena by Monotheme, and there's also a link in the video description to purchase a bottle of that as well. We are streaming live on YouTube, and moderating today are the lovely Honeypaw and the lovely Vanessa. Thank you so much, moderators. And thank you, Sagittarius and friends of Sagittarius, for joining us today. If you haven't already done so, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. Our shop is at arielscornershop.com, arielscornershop.com. This reading goes out to a lot of Sagittarius, so if for some reason it doesn't seem like it applies to you personally, just disregard the reading because it's probably not meant for you. And if that happens, check out the zodiacal readings for your other signs. And we also, remember, have a daily reading for all signs, Wednesdays through Sundays. And we also have a weekly pick-a-card reading that'll be coming out either today or tomorrow. You can find the most recent of our tarot readings right on our website, arielscorner.com. Just click on the free online tarot readings link in that main menu. We'll get right to your reading in just a moment. I've got a little bit more shuffling to do, so please be patient. If you'd like to donate to this channel, you can do that by going to paypal.me/arielgatoga, paypal.me/arielgatoga. If you're on, obviously you're on live, but you could use a super sticker or super chat right in the chat thread if you feel like giving a donation right here on YouTube. We do appreciate your support, and what we really appreciate is you, Sagittarius, for being here for this 2-week reading. So without further ado, let's see what's in the cards for all you gorgeous Sagittarius for the next couple weeks. Starting out with the King of Swords, followed by the Two of Swords, and then we have the Knight of Swords. It's pretty swordsy, and it's telling you that the way that you're going to do well over this next couple weeks is by keeping focus. Daily meditation especially. If you don't meditate, it's okay, but you may want to try. And the Magic Minute is a technique that I have that is very simple, but it's a really good system of meditation. And you can find a video on YouTube called The Magic Minute. Just search Gatoga Magic Minute. It's a really short video, and it's old video, so the production values are pretty low, but that's okay. You can learn how to do it in just a couple of minutes, and then you can do it once or twice a day. And it's really going to help you get through some of what you need to get through over this next couple of weeks. It looks like you've already gotten over some of the King of Swords stuff, which is just kind of destruction for its own sake and lashing out and having a bad temper and that kind of stuff. It has many different iterations, but it looks like a lot of that's over. But what you do have to be careful of is allowing other people to influence you and not getting pulled into people's nonsense, not getting annoyed with people that don't warrant it. You don't really need to be giving them that much of your energy. Definitely not getting pulled into people's dramas, getting pulled into people's stories that you don't belong in. And because other people love to help us. That's what this is all about. It's not about us like going out and seeking for people's drama. It's that other people sometimes like to really pull us in because misery loves company. And just learning how to stay focused and to just in a kind way say no thank you to that kind of help. It's the kind of help we don't want, help into conflict. But it looks like I said, the worst is over with the rage and the anger and all of that, or whatever you've been going through, whatever those conflicts are that you've been going through. It looks like the worst is over. But just keeping your focus to get through the rest of it. Let's see what else. Oh, we've got the Devil. Again, in the past, the Tower. That's good. And then we've got this 9 of Wands. So this is a challenging couple of weeks for many of you. It doesn't have to be, but if it is, don't make yourself bad or wrong. It's just a thing. Welcome to the human race, right? But like I said, the worst of it seems to be over. And a lot of it, you were, for many of you, were really wanting to hang on to your anger, or hang on to your judgments, hang on to your grievances. Like you didn't want to let go. You were afraid somehow that your grievances were in some way keeping you safe or something. It seems like you've gotten through that. And now what you want to do is keep your focus while everything kind of around you explodes. I don't necessarily think that this means that this tower experience for most of you isn't necessarily your life exploding, although for some of you, if it needs to, go ahead, right? Because sometimes, that you need to just like start over. But I'm not sure that that's what this is. It seems to me it's a lot of the circumstances and people around you that are having the tower experience, and you not being pulled into their tower, you not being pulled in to their stuff, either through your own compassion that you have, or whatever, or your inclination to connect with some of these people. Again, we're not saying to be bad, or not saying to be mean to them, or neglect them, or turn a blind eye when someone's in pain, but you can't help somebody out of the quicksand by getting into the quicksand with them. You can't help them through their tower experience by going in that tower. So stay away from the tower. Watch it from afar and get your own mind focused. That's the best thing you can do for yourself and everybody else, is to keep your mind focused on what's in front of you, and just go from one day to the next, or even one breath to the next, so that you're not getting pulled into their magnetic field. Because this 9 is talking about fatigue, and that's what fatigues us. Well, it's going to fatigue you anyway. If you allow yourself to get pulled into people's stuff, it's going to make you a lot more tired than you dealing with your own stuff. And I think you've dealt with your own stuff. I really do. I really think you've dealt with your own stuff. And now it's just a matter of keeping your mind focused to get through this next phase, where it seems like a lot of people around you are going through stuff. And you do want to be helpful. You do want to be helpful, but the way you're helpful is to keep your mind focused and not let them pull you in. Not let them pull you into the quicksand. You can help them get out of the quicksand, but it's probably going to be later. They have to go through what they have to go through. You can be compassionate, you can be kind, you can be loving, and you also can protect yourself so that you're not part of that. Again, I don't know that that's going to be catastrophic if you get involved with it, but it is going to really waste a lot of your energy, and it's not where you're supposed to be. It's just not where you're supposed to be. Keep a mind open to the things that you've been trying to detach yourself from lately, and make sure that you really have detached yourself from those things. Because if you haven't completely detached yourself from those things, it's an easy in when these people are trying to pull you into their problems. See, that's what happens is, and it's not that they're bad, it's not that they're bad people, but I know, and Sag, when we go through stuff ourselves, and misery does love company, we don't mean to, but we're like, we clutch at straws. And we take people down with us, and we don't mean to do that. It's just the nature of a drowning person, is they want to take people down with them. And so it's not that you're being uncaring when you don't let them do that. It's just that you need to first take care of yourself. Self-preservation is the first rule, and then you're in a place where you can help them. But you're probably going to have to help them after the crisis, not during the crisis. They're going to have to go through these crises themselves, just like you had to. And if you can just really make sure that you let the past be in the past, that you detach yourself from these things that you've been wanting to let go of, you're not going to be pulled in so easily. You can just keep that focus, keep that mind's eye very, very focused on a strong, what I call resolution energy. And the way you do that is by relaxing in the midst of all of this. You relax, and you let people go through what they're going through, and recognize that you have more power if you can just see them in your mind's eye on the other side of it, happy and content, right? Rather than somehow you thinking that getting in the weeds with them is going to help them, because it's not. All that's going to do is reignite some of your old attachments, some of your old angers, and then you're in the tower with them. And how are you helpful if you're in the tower with them? You're not. You don't want to jump out of a burning tower. You don't want to rush into a burning tower. They don't need to be in the tower. They really don't. They don't. They can be outside of the tower and let some of these things fall that need to fall, but you can't make their choices for them. That's up to them. And it's hard. It's hard when we're around people that are possibly suffering, because we want to help them. But right now, the best way to help them is to keep in your mind very clear visions of them resolving this, and you finding that peace and finding that resolution energy within yourself. And resolution only happens in a quiet mind, in a relaxed body. And so that's why this meditation practice is going to be so helpful for you. Very, very actually essential for you. So even if meditation isn't something that interests you, I recommend that you give it a couple weeks, even just a few minutes a day, just so that you can keep returning to that inner peace, that inner resolution, so that you are first and foremost protecting yourself from other people's need to pull you down. And you can actually see them having a resolution on the other side of this. And that's the way you support them. That's the way you support them, is by seeing them happy, whole, and complete within that state of relaxation and that state of peace. I think it's Crowley that calls the Two of Swords the peace card. So that's really where you want to be, is focusing your mind, relaxing your body, and relaxing your mind, and not being at the effect of these people. And what that's going to do is it's going to protect you and your energy, and it's going to also give them the support that they need to get through whatever they have to go through. But we can't learn other people's lessons for them. We can't accept the consequences from other people's decisions for them. We have to detach with love. Detach with love. And sometimes that means people, that maybe go to jail or whatever, they have to stay in jail. I'm not going to bail you out this time. Sometimes if they don't get up and go to work and they get fired, well, then you're going to get fired. It's not my responsibility to fix your problems for you. And so it's very important that you detach with love, find that inner peace and that inner focus, and know that you're doing everything right when you do that, even though the ego is going to scream at you, no, you got to go in the tower. No, you don't. Stay out of the tower. You're just fine right where you are. Focus, relaxation, peace, resolution. All will be well for you, but it's going to be a challenge for you not to get pulled into people's stuff. But you'll do it. Thank you so much for spending some time with me, and thank you so very much to the amazing moderators. Today we had Honeypot and Vanessa, and we will see everybody, all of you Sagittarius, for another reading in 2 weeks. Until then, blessed be.